The plane hadn't even taken off yet when the first cries echoed through the cabin. Heads turned. Eyes rolled. And in seat 14A, a powerful CEO, fresh from a string of sleepless meetings, closed her eyes and exhaled sharply. She'd finally carved out 3 hours to rest before her next conference. But now, that hope was being drowned by the heartbreaking wails of a baby she couldn't ignore. Little did she know, before that flight landed, one act of kindness from a complete stranger would change how she saw people and success forever. Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel name, the place where real stories remind us that kindness still exists in this busy world. If you love heartwarming true stories like this one, make sure to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's get into today's story, one that shows how a simple, selfless act can touch every heart around it. Samantha Lewis was exhausted. As the CEO of a growing tech company, she had just wrapped up a grueling week in New York and was heading home to San Francisco for a board meeting the next morning. Her assistant had managed to grab her a business class ticket, hoping she could get a little rest on the way. But as the doors closed and the engines roared to life, Samantha felt a wave of frustration rise. Just 2 rows ahead, a baby had been crying loudly for nearly 15 minutes. The flight attendants were doing their best, smiling politely while passengers exchanged irritated looks. Samantha glanced up and saw the source of the chaos, a young father, maybe in his early 30s, bouncing his red-faced baby in his arms. He looked nervous, overwhelmed, and completely out of his depth. Diaper bag at his feet, bottle in hand, he was trying everything, and nothing was working. Samantha tried to focus on her laptop, but each high-pitched cry cut through her concentration. After a few minutes, she shut her computer and rubbed her temples. She wasn't angry exactly, just tired. Tired of problems. Tired of noise. Tired of always having to keep it together. The man kept whispering apologies to those around him, his voice trembling. I'm so sorry, she usually doesn't cry like this. A middle-aged woman beside him gave a tight smile. A businessman across the aisle muttered under his breath, maybe next time, book the baby a seat in cargo. Samantha's eyes shot up. That was too far. But before she could say anything, the young dad's face went pale. He looked like he might cry himself. As the plane leveled in the air, the baby's cries grew louder. The father fumbled for a bottle, but the milk spilled onto the tray table. His hand shook as he wiped it up. He looked completely lost. The flight attendant approached gently. Sir, can I get you anything? Maybe some warm water for the formula? He nodded weakly. Please. She hasn't eaten since the airport. My wife, his voice cracked, and he didn't finish the sentence. Something about that caught Samantha's attention. My wife, but nothing after. She tilted her head slightly, curiosity breaking through her exhaustion. A few minutes later, the attendant returned with water. The father tried to calm the baby again, humming softly, but his voice trembled. Then, suddenly, the baby hiccuped, whimpered, and went quiet just long enough for him to whisper, "It's okay, Lily. Daddy's got you." But the peace lasted only seconds before she started crying again, this time, louder. At that point, Samantha had had enough, not of the baby, but of the tension. She pressed her call button, and when the attendant came over, Samantha asked quietly, "Can I, maybe hold her for a minute? Just to give him a break?" The attendant blinked in surprise. "Are you sure, ma'am?" Samantha nodded. "I used to babysit twins back in college. I think I remember how to rock a baby." The father looked up, startled. "Oh, I couldn't ask you to." But Samantha smiled gently. "You didn't ask. I offered." He hesitated, then carefully handed the baby over. Lily was tiny, her face flushed and damp with tears. The moment Samantha took her, the little girl blinked up at her with watery eyes and hiccuped again. Samantha started humming softly, a tune she hadn't thought about in decades. It was the same lullaby her mother used to sing to her after long days. Within minutes, Lily's cries began to soften. The cabin quieted. The passengers, who moments earlier had been scowling or sighing, now looked amazed. Even the businessman who'd made the cruel joke stared silently, guilt flickering across his face. Samantha kept humming, swaying slightly with the rhythm of the plane. And then, miracle of miracles, the baby fell asleep. The young father exhaled shakily. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Samantha smiled. You're doing great. She's just tired. Aren't we all? They both laughed quietly. As the flight continued, the two started talking softly so they wouldn't wake the baby. His name was Ethan. He explained that he was flying to California for his wife's funeral. She had passed away suddenly 2 weeks earlier, and Lily was only 4 months old. He hadn't slept more than a few hours in days. Samantha's heart tightened. You're traveling alone? With all this going on? He nodded. Yeah. My parents are in San Diego. I'm moving there so they can help with the baby. I was terrified of this flight. She's never been on a plane before. Samantha looked down at the sleeping baby in her arms. Her heart ached in a way she didn't expect. I'm so sorry, she said quietly. I can't imagine what you're going through. Ethan gave a tired smile. You'd be surprised what you can handle when you have to. They talked for the next hour. He told her about how his wife, Emily, used to sing the same lullaby Samantha had hummed. How Lily had her mother's eyes. And how he was scared he wasn't enough, scared he couldn't do this alone. Samantha listened. And for the first time in a long time, she wasn't thinking about quarterly reports or shareholder calls. She was thinking about how easily people could pass by each other's pain without ever stopping to look. When the plane began its descent, Samantha handed Lily back to Ethan. You've got this, she said softly. You're stronger than you think. He looked at her, eyes glossy. You didn't have to help. Most people just glared. But you reminded me there are still good people out there. She smiled. Kindness is free. We just forget to spend it sometimes. As they landed, passengers began gathering their things. But something unexpected happened. The businessman who had made the cruel comment earlier leaned over to Ethan. Hey, man, sorry about before. Didn't know what you were going through? If you need help getting your bags down, I got you. Ethan nodded gratefully. Even the flight attendant seemed softer, offering to carry his diaper bag and make sure he got off first. When they reached the gate, Samantha watched as a woman from the crew whispered to the captain, and a few minutes later, the captain himself walked over, saluted Ethan quietly, and said, You're doing great, Dad. Keep going. The entire crew clapped quietly as he left the plane, Lily nestled in his arms. Samantha sat back in her seat, heart full. She realized that success wasn't just about numbers or board meetings. It was about moments like this, when one small act of compassion could ripple through a room, softening even the hardest hearts. That night, when Samantha got home, she couldn't stop thinking about the baby's peaceful face or the broken man's quiet strength. She pulled out her laptop, not to work, but to write an email to her company. In it, she announced a new initiative, Kindness First. A program encouraging employees to take time each month to volunteer, mentor, or simply help others in need. Her final line read, Because leadership isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about listening to the quiet cries no one else hears. Sometimes, kindness doesn't roar, it whispers. It's a shared smile on a tough day, a helping hand when someone's overwhelmed, or a few minutes spent holding a crying baby for a stranger. That flight reminded everyone on board that compassion still has power, that even when life feels heavy, kindness can lift us all higher. So wherever you are, take a moment today to do something kind. You never know whose heart you might touch or how far that single act might travel. And remember, here on your channel name, we believe that kindness is the strongest force in the world. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that remind us what really matters.